Welcome to the Retirement Spy Studio, where we share experiences and a collaborative platform for those entering phase two of life and are ready to embrace this chapter with gusto and an attitude of carpe diem. You can find out more about us at www.theretirementspy.com or send us ideas and topics to hello@theretirementspy.com. My name is Duncan Gibbs, and today we're going to talk about one of the 8 F's of retirement, and in particular, probably the most important, which is friendships. Most people spend years preparing financially for retirement. Some prepare physically, others prepare hobbies, travel, golf. Very few people prepare for friendships. And yet study after study tell us that the quality of our relationships have a greater impact on our happiness, our health, and even our longevity, almost more than anything else, is friendship. Retirement doesn't just change how we spend your money, it changes how you spend your days and who you spend your days with. And for many retirees, that's a much bigger adjustment than they've ever imagined. Today, we're going to explore why friendships don't simply make retirement more enjoyable, they make retirement healthier, longer, richer, and far more meaningful. The hidden loss that nobody talks about. When people retire, everyone congratulates them. You've earned it. Enjoy yourself. Sleep in, travel, relax. But few people talk about what retirement quality takes away. It takes away routine. It takes away structure. It takes away daily interactions. For 40 years, you may have walked into an office every morning and saw familiar faces, friends. You had conversations in the hallway and by the coffee cooler. You celebrated birthdays at the office. You solved problems together. You grabbed lunch. You laughed. You shared frustrations. Some of your closest relationships weren't planned at work. They simply happened because you showed up to the same place every day. Then retirement arrives, and suddenly those daily interactions disappear almost overnight. Not because anyone intended them to. Life simply moves on. Your coworkers are still working. You're no longer part of the daily rhythm. One day you realize something surprising. You haven't had a meaningful conversation in several days, maybe even in several weeks. That realization catches many retirees completely off guard, and that's understandable. Loneliness is becoming an epidemic nowadays. Here's something worthy of thinking about. We live in the most connected generation in history. We carry smartphones. We have social media. We can text anyone in seconds and can video chat around the world. And yet, people are lonelier than ever. Loneliness has become one of the greatest public health challenges of our time. Researchers have found that chronic loneliness can have health effects comparable to smoking multiple cigarettes a day. Think about that. We spend enormous amounts of money improving our physical health, yet something as simple as meaningful friendship can drastically influence our well-being. Retirement can either deepen loneliness or become one of the greatest opportunities to build genuine community in retirement. The choices often belong to us. Friendships just don't happen. They just don't happen easily. One of the biggest misconceptions about friendship is that they're accidental. They're not. Children make friends because they're constantly surrounded by other children. College students make friends because they live together. Working adults make friends because they spend 40 or 50 hours a week together. Retirees no longer have those automatic environments. Friendships now require intention. That's a new skill, and it's one worthy of learning. Because if we wait for our friendships to happen naturally, we may wait for a very long time. Let's talk about why men often struggle more with friendships than women. There's an interesting difference between many men and women in retirement. Women often maintain friendships independent of work. They call each other. They meet for lunch. They celebrate birthdays. They stay connected better than men. Many men, however, discover that most of their friendships were actually workplace relationships, transactional friends. When work ends, many of those relationships quietly disappear. Men frequently discover they have colleagues, they had teammates, they had business associates, they had very few intentional friends. The realization can be painful, but it also creates an opportunity because friendship can be built at any age. Now, friendships require vulnerability. Real friendship isn't built on talking just about sports or the weather or politics. It's built when two people begin sharing life. Retirement creates unique opportunity for deeper conversations. There's more time. There are more things to talk about, frankly. You are no longer competing for promotions. You are no longer comparing salaries. You're no longer protecting professional reputations. You can simply become people. You can ask better questions. How are you really doing? What's bringing you joy these days? What are you struggling with? And I know this is tough for men because we're not touchy-feely. What are you learning? What are you talking about in life now? Where is life taking you? Those questions build relationships, and it requires a degree of vulnerability. Surface conversations create acquaintances. Authentic conversations create lifelong friends. Shared experiences build relationships. Think back to your closest friendships in your life. They probably weren't built sitting in separate rooms. They were built through shared experiences, road trips, vacations, camping, fishing, serving together, playing golf, coaching Little League with your kids, mission trips, working on projects. Life happens while doing life together. Retirement offers something you may not have had for decades: time. Time to create shared experiences intentionally. Let me repeat that: intentionally. Don't underestimate what a weekly breakfast, monthly hiking group, or a regular pickleball game can become over the years. Become the initiator. I've got a great friend of mine I'll call out today, Lisa Fiore. She is such a great friendship initiator, and she's been a friend for such a long time. She has a wonderful gift. She proactively reaches out to people she wants to be friends with and nurtures those friendships. Here's one small challenge: stop waiting for invitations. Become the inviter. Someone has to make the first phone call. Someone has to organize the dinner or the happy hour. Somebody has to schedule coffee. Someone has to plan the golf outing. Why not you? You've got time. Many retirees secretly wish someone would reach out to them. The surprising truth, most people are waiting for someone else to make the first move. Leadership and friendship often begins with one simple sentence: would you like to grab lunch? Friendship and purpose. Let's talk about this. Friendships don't merely make life enjoyable. They give us purpose. When someone depends on us, needs our encouragement, calls us for advice, invites us into their life, we discover that retirement hasn't diminished our value. It has simply redirected it. Purpose often grows inside relationships. Let's talk about intergenerational friendships. One mistake retirees sometimes make is only spending time with people their own age. There's tremendous value in friendships across the generations. In my group, specifically, I have friends that are 15 years older than me that are my wise mentors that give me a glimpse as to what's coming ahead of me and what I need to know about. And I feel that I stay younger with the younger friends. We call them the kids that hang around us too, those that are 10 to 15 years younger than us. And they give us great joy of life by being around their energy. Spend some time with younger adults and listen to their dreams, encourage them, mentor them unofficially, learn from them. And likewise, spend time with those people 15 to 20 years older. They've walked the road we haven't yet traveled. Every generation has something valuable to teach another. Retirement should expand your relationships, not narrow them. Now, couples need individual friendships. Your spouse is probably your best friend. However, if you are married, here's something important. Healthy marriages often include healthy individual friendships. Your spouse cannot meet every emotional need that you have, nor should they. It's healthy for you to have friends you hike with, friends you fish with, friends you volunteer with, friends you study with. Strong marriages usually encourage healthy outside relationships rather than fear them. Let's talk about your faith community. One of the greatest places to build friendships in retirement is through a faith community. Whether it's a church, a synagogue, a mosque, or another spiritual gathering, these communities naturally bring together people who share values and purpose. Join a small group, volunteer, teach, mentor, serve. It's amazing how quickly friendships grow when people serve side by side around a common cause. Shared purposes often produces lasting friendships because you have something in common, right? Learn something new together. Taking a class isn't only about learning. It's about meeting people. Photography, cooking, painting, languages, woodworking, bird watching, geocaching, gardening, history, music. The activity matters less than the people you'll meet along the way that you have something in common with. Curiosity creates community. Let's talk about friendship as an investment, because it is an investment. Friendships require something that's easy for you to do now. Time, energy, listening, compassion, forgiveness, patience. Just like financial investments grow through consistent deposits and nurturing, relationships grow through the same consistent attention and nurturing. Call people. Remember birthdays and special occasions. Write notes, even though it's kind of old-fashioned. Maybe it's an email or a text. Celebrate victories. Show up during difficult seasons. Great friendships aren't built in extraordinary moments. They're built through the small, ordinary consistencies that you do daily. Technology is a tool. Technology is wonderful, so use it. Text your grandchildren. Video call a friend around the country. There's never been an easier time to stay connected than we do now. But don't make mistake of digital interactions for genuine presence. There's something powerful about sitting across the table from another human being, sharing a meal, looking someone in the eye, laughing together. Technology should support friendships, never replace it. I have a friend of mine who has a purposeful goal to reach out to 5 friends a day, and he's got a list of people that are important in his life that he wants to make the conscious effort of reaching out to. Now, that sounds methodical, but I like it because he said, here are the people that I really want to get to know better or nurture the friendships. And if he doesn't put it down every day to call and say, hey, how are you doing? He knows that those friendships will lapse. Be the friend you hope to find. Many retirees wonder why friendships are difficult. Sometimes the better question is this: what kind of friend am I becoming? Am I encouraging, interested, reliable, generous, curious, available? The friendships we desire often begin by becoming that kind of person ourselves. My good friend's mother always used to tell me, if you want to have friends, you've got to be a friend. And that's good words for everybody. Let's talk about friendship through service. Some of the deepest friendships aren't formed while being entertained. They're formed while serving. So volunteer together, build houses, pack meals, tutor children, mentor young entrepreneurs, support veterans, serve your community. Shared mission creates extraordinary relationships. Now you have to protect your friendships. Let me talk about this. Friendships can drift, not because of conflict, because of neglect. And some friendships maybe need to drift. Maybe they're people that you need to cut out of your life just because they're not serving you or they've just become too distant. But life fills our calendars. Weeks become months, months become years. So you need to protect those friendships like you protect your health. You have to schedule them, prioritize them, nurture them. Relationships don't survive on good intentions. They survive through attention. The courage to begin again. It's hard building friendship networks, and it takes some boldness. Perhaps you've recently moved. Perhaps you've lost your spouse. Perhaps your closest friend has passed away. Maybe you're listening today thinking it's too late. It isn't. One of the beautiful truths about retirement is this: you still have time to meet new and remarkable people. Some of the deepest friendships of your life may still be ahead of you. Remain open. Remain curious. Remain available. And as we age and lose friends one way or the other, don't give up. Get new friends. Don't just let them go off to the grave and lose all your friends. That's horrible. Let's talk about a friendship audit. I like this. Here's your challenge for this week. Take out a piece of paper. Write down 5 names, 5 people who consistently make your life better. Now ask yourself, when was the last time you thanked them? When was the last time you initiated contact? When was the last time you encouraged them? Friendships thrive when appreciation is expressed. Don't assume people know how much they mean to you. Tell them. And that's tough for guys because we're not warm and touchy, but make an effort anyhow. The 8 F's we've talked about in this series work together. Now, notice how friendship supports every other area of retirement. Friendships encourage our fitness. They strengthen our faith. They help our formation when you take classes together. They create fun. They become family if you nurture them sincerely. And they often lead us to greater fulfillment. Even our finances become more meaningful when shared through experiences with people we love. Friendships are the thread that weaves through all the 8s together. Without relationships, success feels hollow. With relationships, even ordinary days become extraordinary. Let me give you a final thought. One day, none of us will remember every investment we ever made. We won't remember every business meeting we attended. We probably won't remember every possession we bought, but we'll remember the people, the conversations around the fire pit or the dinner table, the fishing trips where nothing was caught but everyone laughed, the road trip with lifelong friends, the quiet cup of coffee after someone just lost a loved one, the celebration of a grandchild's graduation, the hugs, the prayers, the tears, the laughter. Those are the moments that define retirement well lived. So this week, call someone, invite someone to lunch, join a group, reconnect with an old friend, introduce yourself to someone new, because retirement simply isn't about having enough money. It's about having enough people. The richest retiree isn't the one with the largest investment portfolio. It's the one surrounded by people who know them, love them, challenge them, laugh with them, and walk beside them through every season of life. Thank you for joining us today on the Retirement Spy. As we always encourage people to live fully in retirement. If you've liked this podcast, please hit subscribe and always send us advice about episodes that you would like to hear. Until we talk again, have a great life.